Go ahead, Biz. Give me a mic test.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
God damn it. God damn, it's good to hear you, sir.
What's going on, fellas?
How is it going?
Everything is going well, man. A lot of stuff going on, stuff and things and stuff. Good to hear you guys, man.
It's good to hear you too, buddy.
Man. I heard Burning Wing on last week. I'm gonna roast his ass. Some things never change, man.
No.
Nope. It's like they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Indeed.
Well, gentlemen, let me be the first to say Happy 2 years.
Happy 2 years.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. Way to go.
This is anniversary to the date.
Yeah, to the date. Not the episode number, because I can't number episodes, apparently. But to the date, yes.
Yeah, then, we ended up missing a week, but, yeah, either way, like I said, it was 2 years ago, to the date, exactly, actually, that we, got together and recorded episode 1. The actual episode 1.
Okay, I was going to say, the actual one or the one that fucked up?
No, the actual episode 1.
Okay. So we figured who better to have on than the two guys. Well, obviously Biz had to come back on. Yeah. It was almost like he was forced to.
Yeah, if there was any time we needed him on, it is this one.
Well, you asked me in advance. I put it in my calendar, and basically make sure I had everything cleared up for the day. So I just can't stay on way too long, but I can stay on long enough.
Well, you can stay on as long as you need to, buddy. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, man.
And of course, we have Brother Elijah, our moderator of moderators.
Oh, hey guys.
RNG Discord.
What's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, hi. Not much. Hanging out, doing things.
Still sounds sexy as hell.
I mean, come on. I got to put on my best accent for you there, bud.
Oh, I love it.
So, how are you guys enjoying? Well, Biz, it's been a long time, buddy. Why don't you let everybody? Because one of the questions in our Discord was, "How is the businessman doing?" So,
how am I doing?
Yeah, man. How about?
Well, that has changed since I've been on the show. My career pursuits has shifted a great deal. Long story short, my company screwed me, but I'm no longer with that employer, so it's all good. I'm a happily married man now. The house is still going well. No kids yet, no little businesses, running around, but we are planning on doing a honeymoon in September, and hopefully when we come back, we will have a baby business baking in the oven, hopefully.
The world's not ready for a baby business, man.
Hell no, the world ain't ready for it. And the sad part is, I really want, I know how some people don't care whether they get a boy or girl first, right? I'm very particular. I want a boy first, right? I want a boy first. He's going to be my namesake, right? And then I do want a girl, but I have this feeling that I'm going to get the girl first and that the girl's going to be more like me than any other kid. I just have this strong feeling. I don't know why. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I want my boy to be like me, but I just already see that the girl is going to be just like me. Food snob. And it's worse, because no dudes can take her out to like Chili's or something. She's going to look at them like, what? Like Chili's. My dad doesn't even take me to Chili's. I mean, are you serious?
Is anybody else secretly hoping that Miss Business comes into the room and just goes at it for one last time? Deep down inside, I'm like, just come on, just let me hear it. Just stop being so bougie. That's what I want to hear.
She don't. That's not her new phrase now. Her that phrase is retired. She's on this phrase, schlong.
Schlong? What?
For some reason, she loves that phrase.
Okay.
All right then.
So I'm like yesterday I'm at work and she's talking to me and she's using that word repeatedly, and I can't respond accordingly because I'm at work. And so I'm seething inside because I'm like, and I tell her, I can't say nothing. I can't respond to you. This is why you're taking advantage of the situation. And she's just cracking up. Jesus cracking up. Thing too. I haven't played console in like forever.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, it's well.
You made the shift.
It was a hard shift. I was trying to go back and forth, but nah. As a matter of fact, we could talk more about it later. But yeah, it's just now like I've completely like disowned my Xbox. Like I don't even have gold membership on it anymore, and I'm waiting for my yeah. It's gotten that deep. Like I'm not. What am I paying $60 a year for? Really? I don't even touch my Xbox. All right, that's going to hell. And then a PlayStation, I'm like, you about to be next to. like I'll let you run out. Disconnected all my cards so that I won't renew by mistake. So, but periodically I'll come in to check if anybody's online and talk to them, but no one's ever online when I come on. So I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm coming on the wrong time. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, because I know a bunch of the old group, they have some more erratic times than what they used to. I definitely see that.
We got old, guys.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, bro.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
That's what happens, man.
Being an adult sucks.
Yeah, I mean...
No, let me tell you what's the craziest, not craziest, take that back. What's been the most adulting experience I've encountered in the last 2 weeks? Mowing my own lawn. It sounds weird, right?
It does sound weird.
It sounds like, because some people are like, well, dude, I used to mow I'm mowing lawns, growing up. I lived in an apartment growing up, right? I lived in an apartment growing up, and then in New York City at that. What kind of grass do you have in New York City?
Not much.
Okay, exactly. And so when we finally got a house, I was already like in high school, and we didn't have a lawn to mow. We had a backyard, which my dad took like 3/4 of it and made it concrete. And the other quarter left, he used it as a vegetable garden. Yeah, my dad grows vegetables in New York City. Don't ask me how he does it, but he does. And he gets cucumbers, tomatoes, collard greens, peppers, all kinds. Anyways, yeah, it actually is. It's like, wow. But, last year when we had the house around this, actually it's almost a year to the date when we had the house. But last year, we would pay somebody to mow this grass. And so this year, my wife was like, hey, we need to go lawnmower. And I'm like, we don't. And then she wanted my mom to buy it, and my mom offered to buy it. And I'm like, no. If you're going to buy us something for the house, I want to be something cool, like a fridge, like, a touchscreen fridge, like Samsung joints. I don't want no damn lawnmower. And so she calls up the guy. The guy doesn't respond. She calls up another guy. That guy doesn't respond. So she just says, I'm buying a lawnmower when we get paid. And I'm like, you buy a lawnmower if you want to. I ain't buying shit. She buys. We goes down. She come home from work. It's a Friday. I never forget. Come home from work. She's like, oh, we're going to Home Depot now, right? I was like, okay, fine. So I'm like, all right, let's pick out a lawnmower. She picks out a lawnmower. Then we sets up the lawnmower. Lawnmower's fine. We can't start the damn thing. And it's so embarrassing when you're trying to have two fools trying to start a goddamn lawnmower and we can't start it. Now I realize we have to pull up a lever, like the stopgap in it, so that we can actually run. And so some random dude who happens to be a pastor, don't ask me why, pulls the side of the road, asks if he need help, shows us how to do it, and then starts it for us. I feel like an idiot. I'm like, ugh. And so I mow the lawn. And she said, oh, this looks so good. Because our lawn was looking kind of gnarly. It was like the Amazon forest. Mm-hmm. So I'm not, and it's a workout. It's a workout. Yeah. It's like legit workout. And then our backyard, I tackled half of it because the other half is a steeping slope, which I'm not really prepared for mentally.
Understand.
So I'm like, it's going to be like it's going to be business in the front, party in the back.
The mullet of yards.
Yeah, exactly. It's a legit mullet on the yard.
If that's not American, I don't know what is.
Goddamn right. Are we pre-showing right now? Is this pre-showing?
No, this is
show.
This is a show, brother.
My God.
Yeah, welcome to our new style where we instead of wasting like noticing that like half of our good conversations were pre-show, it's like, let's just start it and go into it.
I'll wait for introduction. Dang.
Yeah. We haven't done those in a while.
You started the show, Biz. Your voice is the first one everybody heard.
Oh my God!
Your
I was
test.
waiting for. I was waiting for. It's the main man, the Bizman 24. I was prepared.
I mean, do you want to do it? I can bring you in, bro. It's fine.
Cat's out the bag now. If they don't know who I am, they're gonna go Google me.
Well, the first thing I said was, "Go ahead, Biz. Everybody knows who you are."
Surprise.
But if it makes you feel any better, I had to fix a lawnmower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which nothing makes you... Yeah.
Lawnmower.
This lawnmower kicked the shit out of me, Biz. It literally, like, I had to fix... I fixed everything for it because, the Mrs. Mom, she has an extra lawnmower because she has a push mower and then she bought a riding lawnmower. And there's Pete, guys. Yeah, it's Pete's squeaky toy.
Can I tell you that it makes me giggle and sound when I hear a squeaky toy?
Well, get ready. You're going to giggle a lot. It turned out that she had old gas in it. And the last thing I thought of was, there's old gas in this.
Yeah, because that would be like a thing to check for a lawnmower.
Wait, I'm sorry. Clearly, I'm kind of green in this situation. See what I did there? What does that do?
Old gas doesn't fire off. It doesn't kick off. It just
it like loses its combustibility essentially.
Yeah. It becomes a stinky water basically. It becomes inert.
It deteriorates.
Yeah. So
if it sits too long in a tank, it'll deteriorate and it just won't spark off.
Yeah, and that's an extremely common problem for like us up north. Like that's just something you have to do. Like your motorcycles, you bring them out for the summer and stuff like that. And when you go, you got to winterize them. Your snowblowers, you got to summerize them. Like you got to take care of your shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, this
So
was
if you ever have an issue with your lawnmower not starting,
check the gas first.
Yes.
Don't change the goddamn carburetor and the fucking throttle
like
cable and the spark plugs. And I sharpened the blade. I don't know why I thought that was an idea.
What the fuck?
But hey, guys.
Hey, I bet it cuts real good now.
You're damn right it does.
Practically got a new lawnmower now.
Oh, it's a brand new lawnmower. It's just the old
Dude,
body.
I sell that shit on eBay.
I was fucking losing my mind. I was like, first thing I didn't check was gas. Way to go.
Well, yeah. That, and especially, also if you're keeping like a special can of gas for your lawnmower, definitely keep an eye on that. Mm-hmm. Because, again, old gas can be an issue.
How long does gas last?
Not long.
That I can't really tell you. I mean...
I'm a bitch. Oh, my God. All more problems. Yeah. I'm not feeling this. I'm the kind of individual. You know what I would have done in that situation? Fuck it, buy another one.
Buy a new one.
We basically did.
Fuck it, buy another one. I ain't nobody got time for that. Like, nah.
Yeah, there was a day in Discord where Buster was busy fixing this lawnmower. I can't remember what someone asked, but he's like, this lawnmower, man. I've been on it all day.
Fucking A, dude. It was terrible, man.
Oh, God.
Thanks,
it was,
And Biz, I got Pete. I don't know if you've seen him before. He's a goddamn wolf. I'm like Jon Snow.
Oh, ghost.
No, it was a straight up wolf.
Here, I'll put a picture of him so you can see him in our Skype chat. But he's a damn wolf, basically.
I'm like Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm. I am basically.
You know nothing.
You know nothing.
Oh, my wife is pissed off that like the season hasn't happened already. She's like legit mad. But Westworld though.
I'm hearing good things. I need to get into that.
Dude, Westworld. Oh my God. Like
people telling me.
It's getting pretty good.
Look at this animal.
It wasn't not this past episode. The previous episode, last week's the previous. Not this past episode. The episode before that, my favorite episode, hands down.
It was good. We're not doing spoilers, but it was good. Also, Biz, look at that fucking monster I'm holding.
Yo,
exactly.
Okay, first of all, he's as tall as you.
Uh-huh.
Practically.
Damn near.
Now tell him how old he is.
He's 6 months.
What?
Yeah.
Like, are we talking dog years?
No, I'm talking human. He was born
6 months ago.
He was born 6 months ago. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is an Alaskan Malamute.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a goddamn direwolf.
You see now.
Close.
Oh
yeah.
my dude.
Yeah, this thing is a beast.
Yeah.
He must have been sending me pictures. It's like, oh my god, I have to remind myself that this is still a puppy.
That's a baby. He's a baby.
Is he trained?
He's getting like professionally, like how I want him trained. Not yet, but he's like, housebroken and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, you should train him and let him walk around your yard and everybody think it's a wolf.
Oh, listen, I'm going to cosplay as Jon Snow. I'm going to win because I'm going to actually have a wolf who's a service dog so I can take him with me to cons. It's going to be great.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's going to be lit.
Yeah, I got a wolf up in my house. Call me Jon Snow.
Pretty much. You going to dye him too or no?
No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. I love my baby. Plus, the missus would lose her goddamn mind. The missus already calls him her little guy. That's what she calls him. He's my little guy. I'm like, he's nothing. There's nothing little about him.
I'm about to say, is she mad? How tall is the missus? 6'7"? Like, come on.
No, she's
Get out of here.
She's about my size. He could damn near put his paws on like shoulders now.
You can knock her ass down.
Uh-huh. Yep, he's my baby.
No, that's not a baby. That's a grown beast.
Dude, he's gonna be like 130.
Yeah, he's gonna keep growing.
Yeah, they don't stop growing until 2 years.
Oh my god!
So a lot has changed. Happy birthday, guys!
Yeah, I hope like I'm pretty sure it made it on the show, but yeah, 2 years to the date. We came together.
It did, but you can also say it every time.
I know, but still. Because it's
Here's
still...
to the day 3 nerds got together and started shouting about stuff about Destiny.
Hold on. It's 2 nerds and a black guy. Stop
Sorry,
it.
2 nerds. No, it's 2 nerds and Chocolate Thunder.
There we go. For those who didn't know, I was a black man.
Spoilers.
What do you mean spoils? Subcult ruined it like months ago.
That could have been our tagline for so many times for like the first year. 2 nerds and a black guy.
I mean,
missed
This week on
opportunity.
TBS, 2 nerds and a black guy.
Yeah, it could be like
right after the new girl.
could be us back to back, and then Biz just standing in between Des and I, like, what the fuck's happening?
right? Just confused black guy, like.
It's the new Three's Company. Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe I'll hold a bag of frozen gummy bears up, like, what's
God.
going on, guys?
Oh god.
But
Going back to the Mosies.
listen, that's my Freebird. Are you out of your mind? That's my fucking.
die.
That's my fucking Freebird.
I think that story makes you immortal in some way.
I told it last night to people who've never heard it.
Yeah.
Who's never heard that story before?
There's a few.
There's a fair. I tell it a lot.
We picked up a slight few of new viewer listenership, which, I mean, for those of you that don't know, listen, these incredible dulcet tones from one businessman, check back in our feed. I mean, it has been a while. As in, it has been since August the 6th?
Mm-hmm. Go back to the dawns of time. All the epic rants. You know, if you heard someone angry talking about food, 9 out of 10, I lied. 10 out of 10 times, that was me.
Tofurkey, fuck you. The greatest hits. Oh, you're gonna put maple syrup on prime rib? That might be good. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Check the catalog, folks.
All actual quotes. Like I said, check back from episode 64 and back.
Oh, God, dude. Ketchup on mac and cheese? Fucking criminal.
Oh, God.
Criminal.
Or the great of Mrs. Biz coming on, and then Des and I just falling back doing commentary over you two discussing food. I'm not going to say arguing, because that wasn't an argument. That was a discussion.
Oh. No, they never have arguments, but it is the most epic of discussions.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. Oh, God.
It's funny because, like, we have these different views on food. Like, the other day, So we recently had a death in our family. And so I know my wife's been taking it pretty hard. And so, I thought, I should take her out. This was Thursday on a date night. We haven't done date night in a while. We've been so busy going back and forth between here and where our family is located in New York. And so, we had these 2 gift cards from Cheesecake Factory that someone gave us. Now, I've never been to Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, boy.
Funny, right? And so I thought, okay, we can go there and eat for free. All right, cool, whatever. And then I looked at the menu. Now, if anybody knows me, knows that if I'm going to go to a restaurant, I'm going to look at the menu because I already want to know what I'm going to prepare myself for. And I usually can determine whether the restaurant's good or not based off the kind of things they serve on the menu. Yeah. So I didn't realize Cheesecake Factory's menu was the size of the Bible. And I have this saying where if a place serves too many items, it cannot be good, except for a diner. A diner can get away with that.
Yeah, but even then, you're not looking at that big of a menu at a diner still.
Right. But what I'm saying is usually when the menu is more than 2 pages, it's too damn big. Yeah. You can't possibly do one or multiple things correctly. Something's got to give, right?
I don't care how good you are. You can't do all this.
Yeah. Unless it's Latin food, because usually it's all the same ingredients put together in different ways called different shit. Well, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Tacos and burritos, the only difference is the size of the goddamn tortilla. Anyways, check it out. So I look at the menu, and immediately I'm like, So I asked my client, right? I said, you been to Cheesecake Factory? Yeah, it's pretty good. And I'm like, I don't think you know food. I don't think you know how I And so I'm asking questions, and she's like, it's a really big menu. And all of a sudden, I just got deterred away from Cheesecake Factory, right? And just thought, maybe I'll just use the gift cards to buy the cheesecakes themselves, because I'm sure that's pretty good, right?
I mean, it's their name, right?
I would hope so. So
how's cheesecake bad is the real question.
You would be surprised. You'd be surprised. But we ended up going somewhere else, and I had duck meatloaf.
Oh.
Yeah, duck meatloaf. Let that sink in real quick.
No.
Duck meatloaf. First and foremost, I love duck. Oh, also,
why are you going to mess up?
I'm glad you're here, bro, Elijah, because you're going to get mad at this. They had duck poutine.
All right.
Now.
All right.
Now.
That might be the closest to angry I've heard Eli in a while.
Now, let me tell you, as a man that actually went up to the Great White North, who blessed it with chocolate thunder, who's had poutine up there, I will tell you it's not great poutine from a purist perspective.
Okay.
What makes it first of all, the cheese curds were crap. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the fact that the gravy was made from duck and they had chunks of duck meat in it.
I can get behind that.
Yes, I can get behind that too. So for me, this wasn't much as a poutine as it was, duck fat fried French fries with duck gravy and duck meat with whatever shit you want to call cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, see, the golden rule, sorry, I'm going to interject real quick. For anybody who doesn't know, the golden rule with cheese curds is it's not a cheese curd unless it squeaks when you're biting it.
Exactly.
It should be squeaky. If it's not squeaky, you got played.
Like that toy that we're hearing in the background.
Yeah.
But exactly. I agree. It was more like, I don't think they used cheese curds because these things were a little tiny. Like if they were cheese curds, then they must have rinsed off some cottage cheese and then used that. But to me, that's just because it was that tiny. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, and that's blasphemy. If you see somebody putting shredded cheese and gravy on fries and calling it poutine, you smack them. You send them my way.
I agree with you. Like I said, I rather call those loaded duck fries. So not looking at it as a poutine, it was delicious. Would I call it a poutine? No, because I've actually had great poutine in Canada.
Now that was in Toronto, right?
Yes, sir.
The best poutine, and I'm kind of at odds with the French, but Quebec. I mean, hands down, best poutine you can find. Real goddamn good.
I want to say I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I want to say I heard that on probably Good Eats.
Oh, probably. It's where it comes from, more or less, right?
Mm-hmm. On smoked meat sandwiches.
Mm.
Hey, man. Toronto had this market. I forgot what it's called. Bro, I hated America for a quick 5 minutes based on this. Like, I'm talking about, and you know, as a person that loves to cook, when you go there, they had all the meat that you can think of: alligator, camel, like boar, and the vegetables, the fruits, and the fish, and it was just like, whoa, this is amazing. Like,
yeah, Toronto's got a really good food scene.
Oh yes,
good.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
I have heard that as well.
It's so good.
All right, so I'll come back at you with this then. I was recently in Columbus, Ohio for our long weekend last weekend for a little something called Rock on the Range, North America's largest rock and metal festival.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were staying there, one of the guys I went down with, he's in a fraternity up here, and the fraternity has a chapter house in Columbus.
Oh, boy.
So he used to go down there and party. So he's like, one of these nights, I don't care. It was pretty far from our hotel because we were right downtown. He's like, I don't care how much the Uber is. We're going to go down to this place called JP's Sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, cool. I love sandwiches. So we get there. And it's a little sketchy looking, you know. It's
usually the best places.
Best sandwich you've ever had.
Yeah, you better usually a good place.
I'm getting used to America with just like everything being sold everywhere all the time. And we walk in and he's like, all right, you're going to want a fat bastard. I'm like, okay.
They sell fat sandwiches?
I look at the board and it is a giant fucking roll and it is chicken tenders, mac and cheese, bacon, fries, Frank's Red Hot, and some special sauce. And I'm like, all right, I don't know. I got this sandwich. I kid you not. It weighed about 5.5 pounds.
Were you sober?
And it was fucking heaven, dude. It was so
Were you sober?
Pardon?
Were you sober?
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. You're good. You're good. Oh, my God. So there's different places, like college campuses, I think usually have these sandwich shops where they serve like these ridiculous things on the sandwich, like to your point. So we had one called, when I was at Penn State, Are You Hungry?
Yeah, they had fat sandwiches, right?
Oh, fat bitch, fat blunt, fat moho, fat bastard.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I ever heard about it, I saw this dude like just stand next to me, and he's like, "I love my fat blunt," and I looked at him like, "Damn, dude, you should just say that out loud." And he's holding up this sandwich, and he realized that that's what it was called. And so I was like, okay, but what is one of those places where I can't go there, honestly, without like feeling like I need to drink.
Yeah,
I have to drink.
Yeah, it's
excessively. But it's crazy because like it's one of those sandwiches where like at the time you eat it, you're thinking, "Yo, this is everything I ever wanted in a goddamn sandwich at the same time," and I didn't even think this was possible.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, like there was sandwiches with like matzo sticks and stuff like that. It was just like I just wanted to sit there and eat everything on the board and gain like 650 pounds. Like, I could have just gone to town, man. I love food.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the taco spot I found by my house. It's like, I go there and I'm looking at the board and they have legit, like, authentic Mexican fare. And I'm like, okay, here's all my money. Enjoy. And next thing I know, we order, and then the lady says the amount, and I hear a guy behind me go, "God damn, for you too?" And I'm like, I'm about to put this shit away. You don't understand what's about to happen to this food. I'm about to fuck this food up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crime what's going to happen to this food.
Yeah, have you ever heard of murder? Have you ever seen somebody murder? Have you ever seen somebody shotgun a burrito? You're about to, my friend. You're about to.
Oh, yeah.
Literally just drop like a shark.
It's these sandwiches, like, look, now that I'm older, I can't eat that shit no more. But I can gladly say that I graduated that college eating at least 2 of those sandwiches And lived.
I know, right?
And lived.
And survived.
That's it. Yeah, the aftermath of those sandwiches was something I wouldn't wish upon anybody, but boy,
that actually reminds me of one of the we had a burger joint down here. It's called Cheeseburger. And it was one. I mean, of course, being down south in smaller towns, you don't realize the scope that some ridiculousness is. But they actually had like their biggest burger is like, it was huge. I can't even remember like how like much it was, but it was at least like a pound of meat on this burger. And the thing is, if you actually order and finish this ginormous thing, you get your picture on the wall.
Thing. Love it.
And yeah, I don't know if it's still there, but my picture is on that wall.
Nice.
Challenge accepted, sir.
I devoured that thing.
Had no shot in hell.
Of course, I mean, this was years ago also, because I was, like 18, 17?
Oh, you were still a growing boy.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, my picture was on that wall, because, like I said, I just straight demolished it, and it was, I felt awful. Oh, I felt awful.
That's how you know the food's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when the itis hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been some, yeah. But yeah, and the mistake was we went out, like, basically bar hopping after that.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
I mean, that sounds great. You could drink for days.
I was 18, sir. Are you suggesting that I...
About to say, like...
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, America.
Not Canada,
I can neither confirm nor deny the fact that I drank a shit ton of booze that day, but I drank a shit ton of booze that day.
Yeah.
Things may have happened.
I plead the fifth.
Because my friend was 21, so...
You were the designated driver. Wink,
exactly. Hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. But yeah. I don't know if I can do that now, but man, I might die literally if I try to do that now.
Yeah. What is up with that? As soon as you get old, it's like, body is just rejecting it. I'm like, hey, bro, I used to take this down once. Dude, I was an animal eating, man. Like, me drinking, and then I would eat everything. Like, my appetite increased double when I would drink. And so, like, I don't know what happened now. I feel like Father Time has caught up to me. I'm so upset by it.
Actually, I just
slowly get worse at everything. That's what being an adult is. It's slowly being worse at everything.
Damn.
Yeah, actually, because it pretty much sank in, like, on Mother's Day. Because me and my wife, kid, and parents went out to this local hibachi Asian place.
The one that they cook in front of you and do the tricks?
Yeah, some of them. Well, actually, they don't do the tricks here because it's like a small town. It's small town. It's small town. They just cook and they get it done.
Oh, but yes, they're cheating me in my experience. I'm not tipping them.
Well, I mean, they don't take tips either, so I mean,
perfect.
There's no like tip jar, so. But no, I used to be able to, like, going to a buffet or anything, I used to be able to put down, like, this was like a 6-plate minimum for me.
Jesus.
This past Mother's Day, I put down 1. I'm sitting there like,
Like, what happened?
Yeah, when the food smashes you in the face and you're like, I did not, I made a terrible mistake.
Even my mom looked at me and was like, are you done? It's like, I think so.
Who are you?
So yeah.
I will say one thing that hasn't changed is you take me to all-you-can-eat sushi, boy howdy.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Buckle up.
We found an all-you-can-eat the ramen place that we went to after the Comic-Con. They do have a unlimited bowl, and I when I ate a large, I was like, you know what? I've never felt this bad in my life. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I will bid you adieu. And then I bowed out gracefully, and I was like, I am out. Thank you.
See, so the idea sounds great until you realize if you're like health conscious, the amount of sodium that you consume can kill you twice.
Yeah. We don't say the S word. We don't worry about that word yet. Not quite that.
Actually, I have to because my wife is currently on blood pressure medication. So, she not long ago she apparently almost had a stroke. So, we have to worry about that in this household.
Okay. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
Anything Asian, because boy, I tell you, fish sauce, soy sauce is the devil.
Yep.
Yeah. She
use that stuff liberally.
Yeah, but she if she actually eats too much sodium, like her medication right now will actually make her feel awful. So that's kind of like a built-in thing.
Damn.
Yeah, but we've got it under control for the most part.
That's good. That's good.
But yeah, it's a thing when you start looking at packages and it's like, oh my god.
Daily recommended dose of sodium. 130%? That can't be right.
I know, right? I mean, you're sitting there, it's like, because when first she did it, she'd like get a bag of chips and look at it, it's like, what's sodium on those? She's like, oh, it's only such and such, it's fine. And then you look at the serving size, it's like, yeah, that's for like 5 chips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude. Okay, rant coming along. That makes me so bleeping mad. I'm going to tell you why. Because you get a bag of chips, half of that shit's air, and they want to tell you a serving size is two servings? Are you fucking serious? Like, who are you trying to feed? 5-year-old? I'm a grown-ass man. Like, give me a fucking break. I get so bad. I'm like, yo, it's either you double the size of the fucking bag of chips in there, or you make the bag size smaller. But don't sit there and tell me half the shit's air, and then that's 2 fucking servings. Fuck you.
The best part is that he beeped himself in the beginning, and then dropped like 3 F-bombs in a row.
Afterwards out.
I love it.
Like, by far the most unhealthy thing I did habitually, I should say. I like to read when I get in bed. Reading's really good to kind of help you get a nice full sleep and stuff like that. And it's nice to read. But what I would do is while I'm reading, I like to munch. And so what I would do is I would have a full big bag of like Doritos or something, and I'd be reading. And I would destroy that bag and not think anything of it, right? Because you're like, oh, that's not a lot. Like, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And then exactly like Biz said, it's like, no. That's 2 servings. And it is the worst stuff in the entire world for you. And I was crestfallen. That was a hard habit to kick, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
I love chips.
Me too.
Also, I do agree. They need to make those bags smaller and stop like puffing it out with so much air. It's ridiculous. You're wasting material. You're like borderline false advertising. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, cut that shit out, man.
Make the bag smaller.
Right. And if you're smart marketing, right, you make the bag smaller, and then like you charge like two for the same price. And so people want to buy 2 bags because A, it's smaller. Oh, look, I'm buying 2 bags. Okay, it's not that bad because I'm only eating one of the bags, and they're small. Knowing damn well you're eating both of those motherfucking bags, though.
as soon as you get home, them bags are gone.
Yeah.
Shit.
But it's got something to do with like shipping, right?
Yeah.
And freshness. Because it's not technically air, it's like nitrogen?
Yeah.
It's
nitrogen.
Yeah.
That makes a little more sense because I didn't know that. That's fair.
I'm going to start making my own goddamn chips. I already make my own ice cream. Shit.
Ooh, see, that's something I've never done.
I mean, yeah, I've actually done, I've actually screwed around, like back when I was working in restaurants, I've screwed around and made like some, just shaving a potato and dipping it in the fryer and like finding out what works. It's actually really good.
I've made my own chips. I made my own ice cream. When you make your own ice cream, you can't buy the stuff in the fridge. For me to buy ice cream at a store, it has to be like artisanal ice cream, like not like Breyers or shit like that. It needs to be like some.
Pollen's real crazy in Canada. Let me tell you.
Talking about it, I gotta get like something like they make small batches of. Like there's this place in Virginia called Nice Cream Factory, and they have like about 8 KitchenAid stand mixers, and they use liquid nitrogen to make the ice cream on the spot.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that place.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Bruh, it's like, and you can sample it too. You can sample all the ice cream, and to watch them use cream and all the base and stuff like that, and they just make it right in front of you. And it's like, here, you want some fresh ice cream? Yes. Let me get a spoonful of that, and then another pint. Thanks.
Yeah, because I thought that was really cool. The fact that it's like instant ice cream, because he's like using science to just do something really cool with food, and it's like, oh
yeah,
that's tickling all kinds of bones right there.
Oh, it's delicious, dude.
So, guys, after this week in food,
Oh, come on, Biz is back. You know there was going to be
yeah, I
know there's going to be food, like
know.
massive food talk.
Yeah, and I'm sure people are like, it doesn't matter. You don't have to talk about Destiny. I don't care. Just keep Biz ranting about food.
I know, right? Oh, but I guess keeping true to the format. Biz, are you on Destiny 2 so much anymore?
All right, so let me just tell you my journey. I'll tell you my journey. Because I listened to a few episodes, and it's funny, I'm here talking in the damn car like I'm actually on the fucking show. And I'm like, dude, you're not on the show anymore. Shut the fuck up. All right, cool. So I just recently got back into Destiny. So I was playing it on PC, right? I was really enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, shit just kind of got stale for me. Yeah. And so I think I played through Curse of Osiris, right? And I gotta say, I was so disappointed with Curse of Osiris. Yep. I know I'm probably sound like a broken record, but no one heard my perspective, so I can shut the hell up. I found the story to be lacking so hard because I felt like if you wanted to really improve the quality of this DLC, you could have added a few more cutscenes about Osiris and his origin and how he got to where he was and the kind of individual he was. They touched upon it, but they didn't explore it. Yeah. And I felt like they had left a lot of questions to be answered. And I'm sitting here thinking like, dude, I don't think we're ever going to explore Osiris unless you guys have like, I don't know, Osiris's Return DLC like 2 years or some shit like that, right? And so I felt like that DLC was more about Ikora than anyone else. Mm-hmm. And let me say, I knew Ikora was a badass, even though like, oh my God. They made her weak in the Destiny 2. They made her a little weakened when she was like, "Oh, my light," and shut up, man up, go do what you gotta do, go blow some shit up, have no mercy. And then she just like comes back, and I think if this DLC was called Ikora's Revenge or like Retribution of Ikora, something like that, it would have been a more fitting title. And so I stopped playing Destiny altogether because I just wasn't happy with the state of the game. Some people were mad about like all the other things like microtransactions and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, bruh, I don't buy, I don't care, whatever. Like, I'm not I've stopped being a collector of things. I just try to play the game. And so I was on about a 3, maybe 4 to 6 month hiatus, playing The Division. I got really hooked into The Division. Yeah. And so much so where, like, I saw, like, these exotics were being upgraded before the Warmind. And I was like, look, call me when Private Magics come back, right? I'll come back for that. And so back in Destiny 2, the Warmind, Anna Bay is legit. I love her. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all this. I main Hunter on Destiny 2. I main Hunter on Destiny 2.
Another class shift. Said another class shift.
Yeah, but the reason why is because for me on PC, the movements were so fluid. I like the ability to be able to do certain movements at an instant. So like for those who play PC, if you know what a snap turn is basically when you're moving in direction, you whip your mouse around and the camera shows you at a different angle before your body actually turns and registers, giving you like about a split second, maybe a second to kind of assess what's going on in a different angle, and then you react to it. Yeah. And so I felt like the Hunter had the most fluid movement to be able to support that kind of play style.
That's old school Quake, baby.
Right.
That's what that is. The snap turn?
Yeah. Not to mention, like, their jumps, too. Like, I like to be able to jump at different points and stuff like that. Where the walks are more floofy and the Titan's kind of like going like, a straight shot. I like to be able to like hop left, hop right, juke left, juke right, and bust that move. Still love hand cannons. The Better Devil is still my bae. Even though I think the auto rifles are very interesting this time around. The Kibu for one. Mm-hmm. I got the Breyer Wintertech Wolf. Sorry about that, guys.
Son of a bitch!
I heard it last week and I was like, "Oh, I got that gun. It's just sitting there in my purse." Like, is it really that good?
It's my fucking shadow price. I swear to Christ. Yeah. I swear to Christ. It's just like nope.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And that's the only I guess that's the only thing I have that's Ana weapons or whatever you want to call that shit. I don't know. So unfamiliar. So yeah, the text, break text. I'm like, okay, I got the Winter Wolf. Huh? Is it really that good? Sorry, Buster. I got it. Don't use it. Just sitting there, just chilling. But here's why I don't use it, because my secondary slot or the energy weapon slot, I still call it secondary. Fuck that shit. I use typically an auto rifle, and I don't like running two auto rifles.
No.
Here's why I don't use it. It's going to piss Buster off. That's why I don't use it. That's 100% why. You heard it last week. It was like, oh, he's going to fucking fire hot on this one.
Well, I just had it sitting around because I finally got my Better Devils up to a decent light level, and I was like, all right, cool. I love the Better Devils. I was using Sweet Business for a while.
Of course.
Still a great gun. I heard pulses are back.
Yeah.
Massively.
I played with the Nightshade yesterday, and I actually liked the Nightshade.
If you liked those, try any other archetype.
Okay.
Because the lightweights, like Nightshade, are actually the worst pulse archetype.
Is it really?
They have the slowest time to kill.
So I'm guessing like the Time Worn Spire is like the pretty best, is on the best in class?
Adaptives. Like... Oh, God, what's in the adaptives? Inaugural Address, Jorm's Claw, Last Perdition, Cadenza, Impromptu, Swift Ride, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're
Swift Ride. Fuck, I just got rid of one yesterday.
Yeah, because... Okay, so the high impacts, the adaptives, and the rapid fires all have the same time to kill in PvP. It's just that the high impacts need all headshots. The rapid fire needs like all but one headshot, and the adaptives need all but two. So adaptives are the most forgiving, essentially. But yeah, any of those, and it's pretty much the best normal TTK, bar exotics, and like, of course, sidearms and close range options.
But Des, is there a place that you could look in one solid spreadsheet to find maybe a grade point average for all your weapons?
Not yet. Shut up. Too early.
Oh, no.
It's getting close. But not yet. But yeah, that is a project I am working on, and I'm still working on some kinks on things like that, and thinking about information to put in there also. But yeah, it's getting close though.
Okay.
Because I thought it was done and ready, but it is not.
I still got those weapons, so I'll have to try it. So I was playing. Yeah, I've been playing a little bit. I will say that as far as the DLC One Mind story, so if I was an asshole, I feel some kind of way. I wanted to slap him. I was just like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, don't you know? First of all, Anna Bay's eyes lit up. And I thought, oh, is she already the Celestial Nighthawk person? Is that her? Is that embodied?
We need her. I so wanted to see her wear that.
Well, I don't. Shit, does she need to? I felt like she already is.
Like I said, that's the last piece would be her wearing it, and it's like, oh, that's it. It's hers.
I didn't understand how her eyes can do that, but that's neither here nor there. So,
I mean, yeah, she was a scientist that wasn't afraid to experiment on people. I mean, they created exos, so yeah.
So it's because Braytech. They're all about experimenting and stuff like that. It would have been cool though if it was Dr. Anastasia Bray, codename Nighthawk. That would have been a nice little
something. Yeah, I mean,
you'd have heard Dez lose his mind from wherever you are.
Or even that, just working on Operation Celestial.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, there's definitely, because the fact that they renamed that perk in D2 to like something hack, it's like, like all the pieces are there. They just need to like, all this missing is like
Hawkeye
the in-game
hack. Hawkeye hack.
Yeah, so all this missing is just for them to connect it in game. Is literally all that's missing.
Just like say it.
Just say it. Just say it.
You guys know that we're talking D2 though, right? And that will never ever happen.
I know, like, yeah, Destiny in general, like, pieces never fully connect. I mean, but actually, hilariously speaking, to get into talking about Anna Bray and such, I actually realized through reading the lore bits on the Nascent Descent and Nascent Dawn, I think, whatever, the Nascent Quest line, and you get those pieces of paper that actually have a lore tab on them.
Yep.
Come to find out, essentially, if you basically connect the dots, the fact that Guardians exist is all thanks to Anna Bray.
Hey!
Well, there you have it.
Because, as we know, Rasputin, as the Traveler was about to run, shot him down, which is why he sent the Traveler sent out the ghosts. But the fact that Rasputin was capable of making that decision is all because of Anna Bray's programming on Rasputin. She wanted Rasputin to be able to make decisions on his own and act for the good of humankind. So basically, the fact that we are Guardians seems to be thanks to Anna Bray herself.
Interesting.
Almost single-handedly.
What makes me wonder, and again, sorry for those people like screaming Bloody Murder because I don't know the lore. You know, if you know the show, then you know that I wasn't a lore guy. I just actually was able to appreciate it, so deal with it. Makes me wonder, because I felt like in the story, she kind of didn't have like a strong sense of her history.
Well, it's curious that she knows as much as she does. Because, you know, Guardians, when they awake, don't have memories. But at the same time, considering she is a scientist with so much documentation, it could just be what she's found, from her about her past life. So she may not know everything about her past life, but she may know, thanks to all these documentations, she may know quite a bit of how she was. Perhaps, but again, that's D2 and Destiny in general, so we're never going to get like full statement on why she knows who she is.
Well, I mean, Rasputin could have clued her in as well.
Rasputin's an ass. Like, he basically said, fuck you guys, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Zavala, you ain't shit. And I think you're alright, but, you know, y'all don't fuck with me, and I won't fuck with y'all. And if anything happens to planet Earth, I'll decide what happens to that shit, not them. And I'm like, well, all right, cool. We're you know, worst case scenario, we're at the mercy of a goddamn machine that's pretty mad with Zavala for trying to use him as a primitive defense weapon. Okay, that's cool. That's real cool.
My thoughts the first time, hilariously, my thoughts the first time watching that cutscene is like, frickin' Skynet.
Oh, yes.
So Biz, I want to ask, because it was probably my favorite scene. When you first met Zol in the cave, when he's like swimming around over top of you and you lose your leg. Dez literally was like, "Oh, I'm playing through this story with you because I want to hear your reaction." I'm like, "Oh, cool, okay." And if you really want to hear a reaction, go on my Twitch and look at me getting the my duty bound, because you'll never. I have talked to Dez weekly, at least weekly, for the last 2 years. I've never heard him laugh like this.
It was great.
Now, Biz, I did 70-some Nightfalls to get the duty bound, the Sabathun Strike exclusive. And when it dropped, I pretty much went grade A Buster. Like lost my mind, flipped inside out, said some things maybe should have, not have said. It definitely was probably one of my best rants ever. So.
You want to know something funny about that duty-bound auto rifle there, Buster?
I'm not going to use it after I get the Winter Wolf.
No, first Nightfall, first run with Dez.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Masterworked.
Well, they all drop Masterwork, but yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. If it's a Nightfall exclusive, they all drop Masterwork.
Interesting.
Yeah. Eli hopped on. It's just like, oh, hey, I have this thing. Or let's go and do this thing. Maybe because we tried to guide a game, but it's like, oh, you actually have to be in the same clan to do a guided game.
Yeah,
sucks.
Stupid.
Which is a missed opportunity in the long run if you think about it.
Yeah, that's. I still don't really get. I mean, it's whatever, but yeah. So yeah, we load it in, we do it, finish. It's like, well, I got it. It's like, well, I hate to run on you guys, but see ya. It's like, understandable.
Later.
It's like totally understandable.
Yeah. Listen, it's by a mile or by an inch you win. That's all I care about. I got mine, and I literally I slogged through that Nightfall. I know that Nightfall inside, outside, backwards, forwards, left, right, center. I know that. I know the voice dialogue. I know the alternate lines, all that. But I got it, and hearing Dez lose his mind laughing made it all worth it.
Nice.
But so Biz, you went from being a warlock to being a hunter. Holy shit!
Well, I went back to being a Titan, and then, which I gotta say, Syntheseps is the best exotic for Titans, hands down. The shit that I did with Syntheseps is ridiculous, but yeah, Hunter. I do Hunter. I have that furthest along, and then Titan. Warlocks I don't give shits about. I didn't even touch the Osiris DLC on my Warlock. I was like, yeah, I can't play through this shit again. I'm sorry. Did it twice. Can't do it again.
I think you'll change your mind if you, this week Xur is selling the Sanguine Alchemy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a wall hack. It was unfair. I was playing with it going, oh, this is just ridiculous.
I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. If you're running a Warlock and you're not running Ophidian aspects and Crucible and you're playing in a serious kind of manner, like, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, you know how I feel about Ophidian aspects.
Yeah, OPs are still OPs, brother.
Doesn't the Hunter have an Ophidian's-esque kind of?
Ophidian's Faith, and they suck.
I don't even know what it does.
It gives you 2 throwing knives. Literally just throwing knives. It's not double melee. It's double throwing knives.
So, gunslinger only?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
100% gunslinger only.
You want to talk about a bullshit exotic. Here we go. All right. I got these last week or the week before. The Claws of Ahamkara for the Warlocks. Now, D1, having 2 melee charges, beauty. You kidding me? Stormlock with a shoddy. I'm gonna map like 16 people somehow. I'm gonna
fucking hell.
Running Radiance, and I get 2 flame shields in a single go. Like, done. Forget about it. What in the goddamn hell am I gonna do with 2 Warlock melee charges in D2? I feel like of all the exotics to bring back with the way Crucible works, with the way PvE rather works, like what would I ever need an additional melee charge for? Disappointing exotic to bring back, in my opinion.
Interesting.
Fair.
I will say this. I thought that the Graviton forfeit was kind of disappointing, to be honest. But I tell you, what is it? It's the Worm Husk Crown. I think in the right hand, in the right hands, that's deadly. Like first of all, I like to run Invis on my Night Stalker.
Yep.
So using that, and then I don't do the Gambler's dodge. I usually do the Marksman dodge because I feel like if I'm running out of ammo in PvP, do a quick dodge. Help you miss me. Got a full clip. I finish you off. But you're telling me that increased health?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes. And also, actually, perfect segue to probably the best meat in this TWAB. Some of the exotic armor changes coming, though.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming the 29th, each class is getting 2 exotics changed to start with. There's going to be more in July. Let's see, for Titans, they are screwing around with Syntheseps.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But by screwing around, I mean they're changing the other part of Syntheseps. They're keeping the lunge range, but they're adjusting the extra damage to now be like a flat line bonus. If you're surrounded by 3 or more enemies, you just get a bonus to melee damage.
Okay.
And that's it.
And now, the other note on that is that it also lasts for a short duration after you leave that group of enemies, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there's that as well. That I had just read after I said, all right.
Sorry.
It's all good. But yeah, so that's because they have acknowledged the fact that they say a fair bit of love in the Crucible, but if you listen to anybody, pretty much everyone's saying if you're running Titans, use Syntheseps in PvP because they are amazing because of that freaking lunge. But so they're bringing up the damage portion of it, so that way I guess it can be a more full exotic essentially. Lion Rampants are getting what I think is going to be a pretty nice change, and the fact that while you're in lift, you'll actually be able to hip fire without interrupting your lift. And that hip fire will not have an aerial accuracy penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that Lion Rampants, increase your aerial mobility, they're going to do that, and now you're going to be able to hip fire. I mean, it's still hip fire, so it's not going to be super accurate in some cases, but you're going to have no additional inaccuracies for being in the air, for flying around through the air. Hunters, they're adding something to the Dragon Shadow, and the fact that dodging will reload all your weapons simultaneously.
Jesus.
Quick question, though.
Mm-hmm.
With that exotic on, does it matter what kind of dodge you use? Do you have to use the marksman dodge, or can you use the gambling dodge and still have that perk reload all your weapons?
It seems, from what I'm going to gather, because they don't actually specify that, but from what I'm going to gather, that's just going to be part of that exotic. It's just dodging reloads all weapons, so you'll be able to possibly use gamblers to get your melee and reload all of your weapons.
Ooh, damn.
That's what I'm taking from it.
That's, first of all, the gambler's dodge. I don't typically use it, but I like the fact that there's a lot longer lunge distance.
Exactly, yeah.
And so you're telling me that I can my melee and my weapons? Okay.
Yeah, it's going
to play around with that.
Exactly. It's going to be a dumb choice for that. And then Mechanier's Trick Sleeves, because those are exotics for hunters.
Yeah.
They deal with sidearms. Yeah. Not in a good way. But after this, it's still going to be super conditional, but swapping to a sidearm while critically wounded will greatly increase its damage.
Yeah.
So holy crap. Which their explanation for this makes total sense, because they wanted the fantasy of a holdout weapon, which, in Western movies, it's usually like the spring-loaded, pistol from the sleeve and pop, everything's better now, whatever. But yeah, that's exactly the fantasy they're going for, is the holdout weapon.
Yeah, so when I read that, the first image that popped into my head was that video clip of the Strum and Drang changes that they were coming out with.
Oh, God, yeah, I know, right?
I thought to myself, I was like, if they boost that sidearm damage significantly enough, and it's super conditional, it's when you're critically wounded, and 9 times out of 10 in Destiny 2, if you're critically wounded, you're dead.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, you pull out your Drang, and you're dealing massive damage with it, and then you can switch to Strum and just two-tap,
get old school,
some people.
Exactly. That and freaking D1 last word TTK nonsense.
Yeah.
With Sturm. Ugh.
But
yeah,
that is a that is an example of an extremely situational exotic. And again, if you're not wearing that worm husk crown or whatever it is, I mean, you're doing it wrong. So,
I mean, it's a good point. For warlocks, lunafaction boots are getting a change in the fact that you will no longer have to dip in and out of the rift to get the weapon reload. The weapon reload will be automatic.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
And the empowering rift will make weapons more effective at extended ranges. So, yeah, you're going to see that a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's, sadly, I think that's probably going to increase the viability of warlock camping in rifts.
Yeah.
Because your weapons are going to be viable if you're using empowering, which it's going to be a fair trade-off because you're not going to have to, if they're going to use lunafaction for that and use an empowering rift, they're still going to be just as easy to kill because it's not a healing rift. So,
and it's ability cooldown. So
yeah, exactly.
You only have that so many times.
Yeah, exactly. And then sunbracers. I actually can't wait to screw around with this.
Yeah, same here.
Because they are entirely replacing the effect of sunbracers. And they will not only increase the duration of solar grenades, but solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for a brief time.
The fuck?
So it's radiant.
Radiance.
It's radiance again.
Woo!
Yeah, Radiance is back, basically, through sunbracers.
Throwing suns.
So smack somebody in the face, get that kill, and toss solar nades across the entire freaking map. I so want to screw around with that.
I'm so glad Bungie has decided to boost up exotics. Because I remember when we talked about this about months ago, we all said that Bungie's answer to everything was let's nerf shit to the ground and let's make things not necessarily best in class or best in slot, but more so like, oh, this is just unique but not powerful. Exactly. And so no, I think they're going in the opposite direction where they're just making things a little bit more powerful so that you have different things to choose from in different scenarios.
Oh, yeah, that is actually completely true this time around. Because I mean, come on, look at how many exotics and stuff got nerfed in D1.
Yeah,
to bring them to basically not make them the best in slot choice, and now they're like, well, sunbracers. You're effectively bringing back a super effect for an exotic armor piece,
right?
And then all these exotic, the fact that they brought Sturm up to be able to 2-tap in 0.5 some seconds, which is dumb.
Yeah. The favorite line I've read from any TWAB ever, and I'm talking about all the TWABs that have ever existed. Mm-hmm. It's when it was after they buffed Vigilant Swing, and people were like, "This gun's stupid. What are we supposed to do?" And it came out, and it's a little paraphrasing, but more or less verbatim. And they're like, we're not looking to nerf guns. We're looking to bring things up to the same power, which is awesome because in D1, the big thing was nerf this, buff this constantly. It was always two things. It was never one. Mm-hmm. So bringing up that power fantasy to say, we know that Vigilant Swing is a little ridiculous. So guess what? Graviton Lance is going to be just as stupid. All these other guns, they're just going to be super ridiculous too.
Like, they might be situational, but at the same time, you can make them work. Because like I said before, Graviton Lance technically has a slightly slower time to kill than Vigilant Swing. But one big thing about Graviton Lance is it's more effective. It has a more effective kill range than Vigilant Swing does. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there's a whole lot of playing around to do with these exotics now. And as I've been thinking, I think we've only had 2 weapon nerfs in
precision
D2?
auto rifles
and the 450 or the Omelan sidearms, because they've fired a little technically slower now. Still? Question mark?
I'm not sure about those ones. I just knew it was precision auto rifles, and they're still dominant.
Yeah, they're still dominant because they just took out 10 range and 10 aim assist, but they're still good.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, because those are the two nerfs that I know of, other than the fact that they fixed Prometheus Lens because it had a bug. But it's still really
Rat
good.
King. They took Rat King just right offline.
Well, yeah, and that was, like I said, that wasn't really a nerf. That was a massive game-breaking bug.
I really wish I got to I missed the laser tag Crucible when Prometheus Lens was bugged, and I missed the Rat King bug too. And I'm kind of a little. I don't want to say upset or disappointed that they fixed them, but I kind of wish that I got to play with the game-breaking stuff.
Oh, Prometheus Lens was stupid. Oh my god. If you didn't get the first jump on someone, you're dead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you effectively either had to move really, really well or just have the first shot.
But I gave Bungie props for like having Xur sell it that same weekend.
I know, right?
You know, they didn't have to do it. They could have been like, "Look, y'all gonna bitch and complain regardless." So, maybe we'll make less people bitch if we let people play it than everybody. Hey, you get a Prometheus Lens. You get a Prometheus Lens. Everybody gets a Prometheus Lens. They were like Oprah that weekend.
Yeah, no. You got 30 shards? You can have it. Here you go, buddy.
Hey, Biz, do me a favor.
Yo.
Look under your chair.
It's a Prometheus Lens!
That's all it is.
And now we can play that anytime we want, because we have custom matches.
Finally.
Now, guys.
Actually, I do also like, because I have screwed around some with private matches, I do like the fact that Mayhem now has an option to where you can actually set how fast people get their super back.
Ooh.
And you can set that for like 0.5 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
So you can literally always have a super up. Literally.
So you can learn your super fast.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's fun screwing around with Mayhem settings and just always having a super. Because like I said, it's even better than Mayhem because you spawn up, oh, here's your super. You spawn up, you basically take 2 steps, oh, there's your super. There's your super. There's your super.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like out of all this, well, I shouldn't say that. I'm still disappointed with the Night Stalker super. Their bottom tree where you can shoot multiple Mobius quiver. It's like you still can't kill regular guardians. Like I understand, like if you couldn't kill someone within the super, I get that. Let that basically take away their super while they're in super. But if you're like not in super, you should be able to kill sons of bitches with that, man. I still am disappointed with that.
Now, I actually understand Mobius Quiver more than I can understand the top tree. You only get 1 shot and you still can't one-hit people.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't use the top tree for PvP. I lied. I do, but I use it when I know that there's two or three people like are running into a super, or I'll just try to tether. Like, I don't try to kill with that top tree. I literally just try to stop somebody's super and then fuck them up. But I run that with Orpheus Rig when I do PvE, so that works for me. But Mobius Quiver should be able to one shot, guardians that are not in super.
Agreed. Like it used to in D1.
Right.
And which now it still has, especially with the speed increase of you can't tether a Strider at close range. You can't. You will die. I mean, you're going to die. I mean, your team might be able to get him after. That's if the Strider doesn't melee his way out of tether. It's basically the original tether issue, where in D1, certain like Titans and stuff could possibly get out of range before the tether's actually procced.
Mm-hmm.
So that problem is back now. And it's like, that kind of aggravates me. It's like, okay, you have the speed increase and you're not changing this super to be useful. You can't kill with it. It has limited use now. Yeah, you can still shut down a lot of supers. But like I said, if you're anywhere close to a Strider, you're doomed if you don't direct hit them. So yeah, I mean, yeah.
With every other super, you can at least kill them with 1 hit.
Yeah, as long as well placed hit. Yeah, because it's possible not to kill with Dawnblade and hammers if they're like glancing blows, essentially. But again, I guess that's kind of their skill gap.
Yeah.
So, are you guys enjoying the Iron Banner? Because Iron Banner is out now.
So, I've just like on different Discords and reading here and there on the internet, I hear a lot of people saying like, "Oh man, like every time I load into Iron Banner, I'm going up against the 6 stack. It's really frustrating and annoying, etc., etc." I dipped into Banner for the first time just this morning, actually. The most people I had teamed up in a single lobby was 2.
Same here.
10 blueberries and 2 people teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
So I maybe that's just my connection and stuff. So it's been fun. I really like Bannerfall. I like that that's back. This is my first time playing 6v6 Banner in D2. I don't think I played last time when it came out, and if I did, it was very briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Adjusting to 6v6 versus 4v4 is, I don't know about you guys, but for me it's leaps and bounds. I'm having a hard time adjusting to those 2 extra Guardians.
Nah, man. 6v6 was always my jam, dude. 4v4 is where I struggled because there was not enough chaos going around for me to kill people.
Yeah. But I've adjusted to that since we left 6v6. I prefer 6v6, but having to if they carried that through in the beginning of D2 and stuff like that, it'd be different. But I'm struggling adapting to the D2 version of 6v6.
I actually had that same problem first loading into 6v6 because having probably like almost fully adapted to 4s, I saw myself like looking down your normal 4v4 lanes. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, dude pops up here as per normal. And then right out of the corner of my field of view, there's someone else standing there shooting at me. It's like, oh crap. And it like happened every freaking time. So yeah, I definitely had a rough situational change there, essentially.
Yeah.
Myself.
Team shooting is still strong, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was strong in D1.
I didn't feel that way. I felt like in D1 you can go solo and go ham and still be okay. You know what I mean?
You could, but still, I mean, it's the fact that not a lot of people did team shoot in D1, but it was strong. It's just it wasn't the viable option. It's just now it's just the better option.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, I mean,
I will say I think 6v6 gives you more liberty to try different weapons than maybe what the meta is or what you're comfortable with, because I feel like team shooting is a big part of D2, which is fine, whatever. I'm not, that's cool. But I went in again. I was using. I'm trying to use the Vigilant Swing because I need 250 kills and 5 payback medals for this stupid catalyst. And I was using it for a bit, and I think one of the things that gets me really frustrated and salty while playing Crucible is making myself use a weapon. Because if I can switch off the Vigilant Swing and go to something else, I'm not gonna get as frustrated in conflicts or whatever. But I feel like with the 6v6 and the way it works in D2 is I feel like it's good if you're like, I've been looking at using the forward path again, the Iron Banner auto.
Yeah.
Go for it. I've been looking at using what did I get killed with a lot the one match? Skyburner's Oath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, I really want to try that now that the changes are out. Like, go for it. Like, I feel like you have more option in a 6v6 to try different things than you would in a 4v4.
I mean, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that I catch myself having the problem with is, like, I'm so used to 4s now. You'll get that 3, if you and a teammate push B, and then you get the kill, and you kill 3, you're like, okay, cool, there's 1 left. Nope, there's 3 left.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm having the problem, but, I mean, I'm still having a lot of fun, and I mean...
Okay. I love it.
I mean, PvP is... as much as I say I'm not a PvP player, I'm having some of the most crazy fun times. So I'm like, I could definitely play PvP more.
Do you guys like the Season 3 progression? Sorry, a little jumble there. do you guys prefer the progression system in Season 3 Iron Banner, or do you prefer how the ornaments worked and stuff last season?
I actually really like the whole seasonal grind thing. I mean, if you're playing it, you have a shot. You have like a determined path to get everything.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like so far about Season 3 is the fact that one of those Crucible ornaments needs you to get like 100 or something freaking sniper kills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the fucking legs. The fucking legs, man.
And it's like one of the earliest unlock or like ranking unlocks too, and it's like, really?
Yeah, your legs are at Valor rank too. That sucks.
It's like, really?
Defeat enemies with sniper rifles in the Crucible during Season 3 to unlock and equip this ornament.
Yeah. That is literally the only thing I don't like. But, I mean, it's a fair thing. Because, I mean, if you PvP and if you snipe, here's an ornament that you can show off as like, hey, I at least got 100 people on body shot, at least.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I mean, that's fair. But it's just, I'm a plebe in PvP, so, like, I've attempted a sniper once, and I went to scope in, it's like, no, okay, all right, I'm dead. Scope in, oh, I'm dead. Crap. It's been so long since I've sniped. Oh, God.
Same here. Sniper's good now? I mean...
well, they got changed in the fact that they don't flinch nearly as hard as they used to.
You're not looking at the fucking moon anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, snipers are actually in a pretty decent spot because they've retinkered with the flinch mechanic on it, and you don't flinch. Yeah, I mean, it's actually hard to fight against a sniper because before, I mean, all you'd have to do is peg at them with a primary, and they'll never get the shot. Now, it's a toss-up.
Yeah, because I got sniped the other day, and I was like, wait, people snipe in this game now? Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, since that change, I mean, it's definitely viable again, like, for sure.
What are your thoughts on the seasonal progression for Iron Banner there, Biz?
So part of me doesn't really care, but I appreciate that they've made it so that people who want something to chase can grind and chase, right?
Yep.
I'm personally probably not going to do that unless it was something like really cool, you know, game-breaking, game-changing, or whatever the case is, then I'll chase. But, I mean, it's cool. I like the approach. It gives, I guess, a way to continue to play the game and, you know, something that, I guess, like a roadmap, right? And that's what we've been asking for. And I know in a grander scheme, right, as far as, like, content. But, like, even in something like this, you know, you can kind of see, all right, I need to do now. What next? I need to do this next. All right, cool. And you work towards that versus playing just to play and hoping things happen.
Yeah. Buster?
I like it. I mean, the whole season thing is... I mean, it's an interesting new take. I mean, it's not... The challenges aren't super hard. I think where they put the difficulty is the ranking. You know, because I think the chess piece is ranked 20? Hold on, I'll check it. It's
25 for the helmet.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, it's 20. You have to reach rank 20 and then get 100 heavy kills.
Oh, for the chest, yes.
For the chest, yeah. It's 25 wins for the helmet, right? Something like that.
25. Well, rank 25, so 25 packages, which is a lot.
And those packages are actually account based because your seasonal ranking is account based.
That's always good.
So that's actually like the package number for some of this stuff is kind of hefty, but at the same time, you can actually work with it on all characters. And if you're using all 3 characters, you'll actually will get the seasonal package requirement faster, which is another thing I do enjoy.
Well, yeah, because you get 15 per challenges when you complete all 3 challenges. So
Yeah.
And then, if you win, you get 5. If you lose, you get 2. You play a handful of games a day. You should be, if you get those done, yeah, it's doable for sure. I mean, I think it's a nice little. I mean, one, they look amazing. I love the design now, the design aesthetics they chose. I mean, they went samurai, and now it's kind of. I don't want to say medieval again, but it's...
Yeah. Well, the Warlock armor looks like you're straight up out of Dark Souls, which I can appreciate.
That's what... Okay. I was going to say it kind of looks Silent Hilly.
Sure.
But yeah, okay, I get it. I get that. So, Biz, I know you have a short amount of time. Let me jump into the questions, because I think we had a question for you directly, sir.
As long as it's not from Burning Wing.
Well, I mean...
There is one from Burning Wing. Why can't Biz get good?
Yeah.
Because it takes, individuals who have better internet to understand what it means to be good. So for him to ask me that question is kind of unfair. I guess you need to look back and say, first of all, your audio quality was terrible last week. I was just in there like, man, is this guy really talking from his computer or his phone? Either way, he needs to replace both and leave Djibouti internet alone and get American Wi-Fi, please. Not McDonald's, just straight up like Comcast or Fios or Cox or something that's not, mooching off of poor Wi-Fi, please.
Fred Bob Bazooka asked, how is Businessman doing? The mac and cheese discussion with his fiance is one of my favorite RNG moments. I think we already covered that, but I just wanted to read it out loud just so you can know you're missed and loved.
Glad you enjoy that. I don't mac and cheese piece, though.
Lazarus asked, how will you go about year 3? Any big podcasting ideas on the agenda? Des, any big podcasting ideas on the agenda?
Essentially, I mean, that's more dependent upon you guys, and because our biggest source right now, because I feel we've hit a good place, sort of, with especially the fact, because I actually went back and listened to some of the old episodes, and our intros.
Oh boy.
The intro bits were some of the hardest things to listen to, because a lot of times Buster does the intro, it's so how's your guys' week been? And there's 9 times out of 10, there's this awkward pause between me and Biz, and it's but again, which is another, we go right into the episode, so all the banter is fresh, so I feel that's been a good change. And other than that, like I said, barring feedback, essentially, I mean, say, I'll need to cover this more, and cover this less. I mean, we'll take everything into consideration, but big ideas. To keep doing what we do, I guess.
Definitely watching more terrible movies for the patrons. That's, I mean,
yeah,
that's something. I mean, we definitely got to get you in on one of those, buddy.
Okay.
One of these days, we just watch a terrible movie on Netflix together and do a commentary over top of it. That's what we do for the patrons.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah. Oh, is it ever?
Our first movie was a movie called Zombies.
Okay.
It's as awful as it sounds. Trust me.
Okay.
But yeah, Tremors 5.
Bloodlines.
Yeah, upcoming soon.
Tremors 6.
Tremors 6. Cold Day in Hell. But yeah, that's yeah.
Okay, this one's from Gorilla Golf. What do you guys know now in regards to podcasting that you wish you knew when you started this crazy journey? Don't do shitty intros.
I wouldn't say that. I think understanding technology. Okay, so me being the tech guy on the cast right before and doing the audio visual stuff like that. I wish I knew a little bit prior to. I think once we had our rebrand, our streams were much better, right? quality was really improved. I was happy with it. I know you guys don't stream anymore, which kind of makes me sad, but I understand. Things go in a different direction, whatever the case is. But and understanding, sometimes technology is not your friend, and you need to have a backup. And so one thing I think Buster may or may not have known was that if the audio quality or if the audio recording went out on his end, I always had a backup.
Yeah.
Does
and
too.
So okay. And so, knowing that would benefit, and also turning off damn notifications, but that's besides the point. having two or more people, recording it on their end as well. That way, in case one recording went out, we always had a backup, and that episode that never happened.
Fuck, man.
Yes, I think just the technology piece, I think, would be something I'd take away from.
For sure.
Go ahead, Des, with something you wish you knew.
Essentially, other than technology, there's really not much I wasn't expecting getting into this, but other than the fact that, again, like knowing the Murphy's Law of technology, which I thought I had an idea, but yeah, doing this, it's shown me a completely new side of it.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Pretty much is how that works out, yeah. I say the shitty intros, but that's kind of more joking because, that's like a big joke we have between us, the intro bit changing. I wish I would have known 2 years ago that I would have made some of the best friends ever doing this crazy thing. Other than that, like, the fact of I guess I'm the bird dog. I get, I track down the guest. I'm the one putting in all the work. But if somebody would have told me, like, hey, all you have to do is ask to get the guests we've had, I would have asked sooner and more often.
Oh, yeah.
And that the community is, by leaps and bounds, open to help.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my dear.
What you guys really needed to know back when you started podcasting is that you just need to invite a Canadian on.
Maybe another half hour?
It's going to be okay, eh?
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, I missed, since you're on now, I missed the tour of your kitchen this week. So,
Yeah, we're not video calling, and I was thinking about doing it for the nostalgia, but there's more dogs here than there were before, and it just becomes a little bit more hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a bigger dog than I did before. So
no, you got a goddamn wolf.
I do. Wait, there's one more before Biz has to go. Des, have you contacted Massive Breakdowns for their summer vacancy? Because you should, my brother, you were made for that shit.
And from off the instigator of some of this, I'll just say things are in the works.
Oh, mysterious.
Yeah, things are in the works.
Kit, you're borrowing him, you're not taking. Do you guys ever see yourself adding another person to the cast, or do you feel more comfortable just the two of you?
I definitely feel more comfortable as the two of us because I still feel uncomfortable adding someone to for it being possibly seen as replacing Biz.
Yeah.
Because, again, this man is irreplaceable.
Big shoes.
Oh, you guys are too kind. But at the same time, I told y'all, it's not about replacing me. It's just about having another individual contributing to the RNGCast and providing their insight onto the podcast. That's how I looked at it.
That's true. But at the same time, it's like I said, we've actually hit a really good stride, us two. And I feel any time before would not have been a good time to try this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right now I think we're in a pretty good spot as two. Of course, barring having people like Eli on whenever he can. And like I said, we've also been kind of guest heavy the past while. It's almost becoming rare for it to just be us two.
Yeah.
I was surprised when you guys had Burning on last week. I was like, him? The fuck? And then he had the nerve to say, "Oh, it's been 2 years." I'm like, "Fucker, if I was here, you would have been on the goddamn show." Period.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, we've. I mean, I do enjoy having the occasional, I mean, it just so happens that we had a lot of guests recently because just the way it works out scheduling wise. But I mean, Des and I have talked about it, and like at first I wanted to get to fill the third seat just because adding another voice just always seems like a good idea. But then, yes, we don't want to seem like we're replacing Biz, and Biz, I know you said it's not replacing you, it's adding another voice and all that, but you got to realize, brother, you started this with us. Like,
exactly. I mean, that's some weight to it.
Yeah, your number is hanging up in the stadium. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys retired my number? 24?
Yeah. No one will ever run 24 again, my friend.
But then it's kind of like the failure of CSI after they didn't replace Grissom, and then the show was never the same again. It's like, we're not looking to replace, I mean, from any perspective, and like I said, I don't know, and trust me, when Buster said and he was thinking, it came to a point like, it was almost once every couple of weeks. It's like, this person's like, shut up. But no, like, especially, like I said, a lot of it was too soon. And like I said, now we've kind of hit a stride to where it's like, I don't think we need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we definitely know enough talent that would probably be good fits. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that fit very well with us. But, like I said, I don't know.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I mean, like I said, Eli being one. I mean, that's not too... Like I say, he may come off as arrogant, but, I mean, that's not too far from the truth.
Yeah, that's not too far from the truth.
I always thought, and it sounds so crazy, I always thought Game Boy Jones was probably one of the best fits. Like, that would be a third voice. Because I remember hearing him on the episode, I thought, holy shit. He sounds just like me, but on an anime level. Like he is the individual that like me not being an anime guy and you guys are like he's like the perfect like candidate. I was like, yo, this guy can talk about games. He can rap. He's cool as fuck. He sounds great. Trust me, I should know. And he talks anime. Like this guy's perfect. Like that's why I thought like. That was just my. If I had to pick someone, it'd have been him.
I mean, that says a lot.
Right.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
Oh, we're gonna get a tour.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure I mute this first.
Oh God, the camera's coming up, people.
Oh man! Oh, how's the house, man?
Howdy over here.
Coming along good, sir.
Dude.
Can we get the house tour?
Early 70s teacher porn star, dude.
As we all go cams on just so we can watch Eli tour of his house again. And then...
Yeah. That's a nice bread.
As you probably can hear the missus yelling, "Oh no, Pete, stop," in the background.
Wait, that's Bella.
We had to put Bella down.
So sorry.
Yeah. Mm.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, my friend. It's okay.
Yeah.
She was 11, and she had And
Is that bagged milk?
It's bagged milk.
What the fuck?
I'm so.
Great.
Stir slowly, my friend. Stir slow. Yeah.
And the thumbs up.
Nice. So handsome as
that is great. But Biz,
okay.
I know you gotta go. Why don't you let everybody know where they can find you?
You can't find me. I've hidden myself from the internet. I'm kidding.
Liar!
I was about to say, that may have been true up until recently. Because I follow you on Twitter, sir.
Don't follow. I'm kidding. I'm on Twitter at businessman_DRP. I don't stream anymore. Kind of one of those things. I'm like, I'm fine. So I guess you could just find me on Twitter at businessman_DRP. Yeah, just hit me up. Especially if you want to play on PC Master Race. I'm a snob. I'm the biggest food snob you'll ever meet. Also the second. Outside of my brother Eli.
You know it.
Bizman, it was great to have you back on. Happy 2-year anniversary, man. You are forever a part of this, even though you're not with us every week. But you are with us every week because I always say, see you all next week.
You're always with me, Chocolate Thunder, right here, buddy.
Hey,
yeah.
Biz, one last time. The thunder and the tsunami are coming, baby.
Oh, shit.
Hit it with your phrase, man. Have a great day.
All right, man. Not that I would, though, but see you all next week.
See you, man.
That was great to have Biz on.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just got the missus just peeked her head in and goes, how much longer do you guys have left? And I looked at her and I go, I don't know why. And she said, well, one of my friends is stranded and we need to go get her. And I'm like, all right, cool. So like 30 minutes, is that okay? Because you can't really look a gift horse in the mouth when you're stranded, right? So
yeah.
Now, have you guys? Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to say very faintly. You guys can hear it, right? I'm not taking that out. I want everybody to know that he sometimes he rampages. When we took him to the vet to get his stitches out, the vet was like, "There's our favorite boy. There's our Pete Love," and I'm like, "What fucking dog are you talking about?" And they're like, there he is. There's my favorite. And he's like happy doing like his little Malamute dance. Like he shakes his tail and his ass shakes and all that. And I'm like, he has people confused. He has people fooled. People think that he's like, I mean, he's a good dog. Don't get it mistaken. But, like when
he's also a terror.
He's also a nightmare. But he's also, used to us. And he's well behaved when we go out, which is always a good sign. But it's just so funny because I was like, what the fuck happened?
Dogs are like kids, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, your kid was so good while I was looking after them," and you're like, "Really?
You want them?"
They have the lipstick and smear poop all over the walls, like
He didn't bite your head the other day, did he? Because he bit my head the other day.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you have such nice and well-mannered children. It's like, you want them?
Yeah. Oh, want to bet? That's what I always say. Want to bet? Because I don't. Oh, man. So, I mean, how many times have you guys played Bannerfall this week?
I've only got it once.
Okay.
I've got it twice this morning.
I'm about to say, I can count on 2 fingers how many times I played it.
Twice.
Yeah. And I think I played, was it, did we play together that?
Yeah.
It was with you.
I think so.
And we were like, oh, this feels like home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because that was our thing. It's like, oh, because they didn't change a lot, but they did change some.
I love the aesthetic of it. It looks really nice.
I still don't know how I feel about that back room.
Back room's weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand, like, they kind of got rid of a sightline because they added sightlines, having decluttered the tree and mohawk area. Mm-hmm. But other than that,
that's why it looked different. I was wondering. Yeah, they decluttered it, right?
Yeah, essentially. So I mean, they made that sightline better, so it doesn't extend all the way to the back. Now that the back is room.
So, of all the new maps, I mean, I like Solitude a lot.
Solitude.
I haven't played a lot of the Crucible since since
Warmind dropped. I have not. I'm actually at a 39 out of 40 unique sleepers.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
Yeah, I just last night I got my 39th.
Is it one
unique.
time gated for the Nascent Dawn?
No, those are unique and they're not counted in the emblem. But yeah, there's actually 2 so far in the Nascent quest line. Because of course the first Nascent Dawn gives you the Ikelos hand cannon for things. And then the second, 2 of 5 gives you the Brave Tech RPW scout rifle. And I was actually confused about this aspect because 3 of 5 gives you a Masterwork RPW. The reason why I was confused is because I didn't realize you couldn't Masterwork the RPW by yourself.
You also can't change the Masterwork, correct?
No, you cannot. Yeah. I got magazine size.
I think that's standard.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was fixed or random, but I got magazine size, which, I mean, it's nice having 15 rounds in it instead of 11 or 12.
Hold on. Are we talking about the scout rifle?
Yeah. Brave Tech RPW?
Yeah,
Or
it's 17 instead of 16 or 14. Wait.
I was about to say, I'm using it right now, and I have 15 rounds in Masterwork.
I've got 14 non-Masterworked.
Oh, so it's 1 round. Never mind. It does feel nice though, but yeah, it's like I said, I didn't realize that aspect. Once I realized that, it made more sense because I thought you could just Masterwork it. So it's like, why are they just giving us a Masterwork when people could do this themselves?
Yeah.
Joke's on me because you can't.
No.
So yeah, that made a lot more sense. So I wonder what 4 or 5 is going to give us. Because I would assume 5 of 5 would be, at least for PlayStation, sorry guys, the Polaris Lands, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe...
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry.
Oh, come on. With as much terror as Pete's given this podcast.
Yeah, you literally hear him drinking and squeaking. It's fine. I can't tell you shut your dog up. It's like...
It's like, no, you shut your dog up.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no, I can't. He's 60 fucking 5 pounds. I can't shut him up.
He tells me to shut up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like telling an 11-year-old to shut up, weight-wise.
I mean, I do tell 11-year-olds to shut up. That's just...
Yeah, I do too.
That's the thing. But when it comes to dogs, like, shut up, and he just looks at you like, what? It's like, never mind, man. Fine.
You good?
Lay down, Pete. All right, I'll lay down. Okay.
But
like
I said, I've been trying to grind the holy crap out of Mars. I've actually been did end up helping one person collect stems, because as a lot may know, me and Buster have something of a
reputation,
an expert in patrols and PvE. So I was actually running with, or helping this one person in this party chat, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the best thing to do is just regrind this one lost sector over and over and over and over again." It's like, no.
Stop watching YouTube pages. Stop watching
Check
YouTube
this,
videos.
because I'm going to give you all a nice spicy little hot tip here. Just a tip.
Hot take. Just a tip.
Because if you're traveling through Mars and basically you're loading up for a public event, there are basically 6 patrols that can possibly spawn. Of course, 4 of which you can always do in the one area. If you're in the drift, your collection missions are always going to be to collect Hive tablets. Always. If you collect one and it specifies getting them from Acolytes, then if you collect the second one, then it's going to be all Hive. The same thing applies to Braytech, except for it's collect supplies from Cabal. Always. Mm-hmm. One will specify Scions, one will be all Cabal. And then, of course, there's your kill missions, which are great to do with public events. But basically, you do your public events, you kill as many high-value targets you can see, and in roughly an hour's time, you can have 40 to 50 stems easy. I mean, not even an hour, really, but yeah, especially if you have somebody like me that knows exactly, like, where everything spawns to kill it, you get things done really fast.
Yeah, it's actually it's quite no fair when both of us are running together, because it's like, oh, okay, you're already getting that one spawn, I'll take this spawn, here we go.
Actually, also, if you're in the drift and looking to move up to Braytech, it's actually a really good idea to get the long-distance scan mission to finish out the area, because that will send you into the Braytech Futurescape. So that just combos very well.
Just like if you are in the Futurescape and you see a high-value target and you have to go into the mine lab, pop it both, and then go. Because you can kill 2 birds, 1 stone.
So, yeah, I mean, it's easy peasy. Because, yeah, you go into the mine lab, and then you basically fast travel back to Drift, and because public events seem to start on Drift and then go to Braytech for the rotation. So, yeah, just follow that pattern, follow that routine, heroic as often as you can, of course, and, yeah, I mean, profit. It's, like I said, I haven't tried grinding lost sectors. I mean, that's just me. But, like I said, I just feel this method is a bit faster. Because there's, like I said, a person that's been grinding out like lost sectors, and all of a sudden she was surprised when we ended with like 40 stems. And it's like, yeah, welcome to patrols with me.
It's even worse when there's both of us, brother.
Oh, I know.
It's even worse.
But yeah.
Is there rhyme or reason yet for the Braytech weapons dropping, or is it just seemingly random?
As far as I can tell, the Braytechs are definitely random. Because it's basically, I mean, everything's definitely RNG. I've opened enough. That one that I made mention always gave me a Braytech schematic. I actually just got last night, and it didn't give me a Braytech schematic this time. So, yeah, there seems to be no traceable rhyme or reason other than RNG to how to get a Braytech schematic. And it's definitely RNG what you're getting out of the engram from said schematic. So yeah, it definitely seems to be all RNG.
Okay. So just keep slamming my head into steps is what's going to happen. Got it.
Good luck.
Got it. Not looking good for the old Buster Knuckle, let me put it that way. I mean, I still got my Hunter. My Hunter has a chance to get it, right? With that first drop.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's always a chance. Like I said, there's a chance to get a schematic, and there's a chance to get the weapon. But it is twofold RNG. But I do like the fact that it's only 4, like, I was kind of miffed that it's like, oh, it's only 4 weapons. But now, kind of glad there's only 4 weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, it means I'm getting a lot of 18 Kelvins and Frigid Jackals. A lot of those. Because out of, maybe 20, 30-ish engrams I've opened. Mm-hmm. Lowballing there. Because I don't want to, overstate. But yeah. I've gotten 2 Braytech Winterwolves. And I have gotten 0 Niflheim Frost. So the rest of everything else I've gotten has either been an 18 Kelvin or a Frigid Jackal.
Same.
The Niflheim's the scout, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about it. I really do.
It's fair.
I like using it, and I like trying to use it with drop mag just because it makes getting that kill clip proc a little bit better. But you burn through ammo, I'll tell you that right now.
Understandable.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like to share your thoughts, RNG Nation, in the Discord, and let me know what you think, because I don't know. I'm teetering on the fence. Do I use it for infusion fodder, or do I want to keep it and use it? Maybe masterwork it a certain way makes it work better? I don't know. I want to like it, but I don't. Help me out.
I don't have it, so I can't help you, but I'm sure the revolution will definitely come to your aid. And that
we definitely have some opinions with the revolution. not saying they're bad. I'm saying, like, I enjoy the fact that we have a nice cross-section. It's not just a lot of people of extremely similar mindsets. Because it's always good to have variety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying the grind again. Let's put it that way. As much as
there's definitely enough, like, not substantial stuff, sure. I mean, depending on what you're chasing for, but there's definitely enough to freaking do, just in general. Like, I find myself not sure which grind I enjoyed more, because at least for Curse of Osiris, even though it was a hefty grind, it was a hefty grind towards substantial, I know what I'm going to get stuff. Whereas this grind is not substantial, and there's not, that much hefty stuff attached to the grind. I mean, it's still nice stuff. It's just not super hefty. So, I don't know. I think I just dislike the, I don't know. Because like I said, the RNG isn't awful. I'm just unlucky, so I don't want that to really, like taint my perspective. But RNG is awful. I'm unlucky, and it's tainting my perspective of how much I enjoy this grind. So I just want a Niflheim Frost. I just want to try it.
I just want a Winter Wolf. Dennis, I just want one.
I might dismantle a Niflheim Frost. I might. I know you're going to keep a Winter Wolf because it's amazing.
I'm going to lock it down.
But yeah, I might dismantle a Niflheim Frost. But I just want to see what it feels like.
I have a feeling the second it drops, the rant that's going to come out of my face is going to be equal to the duty bound.
It's possible.
Possible, yeah.
Possible.
Yeah.
Like you said, this is kind of literally your oh god.
Shadow Price?
Yes. Considering also it's the same archetype as Shadow Price. Shadow Price was a 450.
I will never forget the day that I was talking with Buster and I got a Shadow Price and I was all like, yeah, I dismantled one earlier. It's kind of whatever. If only I knew the weight behind those words.
Yeah, because
I would have savored it a little bit more.
Yeah, weren't you the one that got kicked for those words?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I got kicked from the party.
Yeah. So I was about to say, because I was remembering, it's like somebody got kicked for mentioning and dismantling a Shadow Price in Buster's vicinity. And yeah, it was totally
brilliant. He was invited back. He was invited back.
He was. It was
a
joke, people.
But yeah,
it was mostly a joke. I knew there's a little bit of weight behind it.
Yeah. There was a little bit of I'm just going to do this. I'm going to feel bad, so I'm going to invite him back. But I'm going to do this. Son of a bitch. Exactly.
Yeah, there was a lot of teeth talking that day. Yeah. Oh, you just want to say you got one deleted it? I don't give a goddamn if it has Grave Robber and that fucking other terrible perk. Luckily, my it was good. The Shadow Price was good that I had dropped. But I would have took I would have took any of them. Focus Fire and Grave Robber. I'm like, I'll make it fucking work.
Yeah, talk about a memory from the past. Hey, I completely forgot about that. Bro Eli was one of the few people I've ever seen Buster kick from a party. Again, like I said,
it was invited right back.
Partly joking.
It was all in jest. It was all in good fun.
Yeah.
Because I did say I'm sorry before I did it.
I just laughed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we all had a great laugh. I mean, it was a great laugh. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
No regrets.
No regrets. Never regrets.
No regrets. But yeah, that's that's nice. We had a nice little memory to bring up. The official 2-year anniversary.
Yeah.
This is the start of season 3. Season 2 is over. We march on.
We do. I know I've said it earlier, and I'm going to keep harping on it. I really do like the progression system they've introduced with season 3.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the whole. Hey, you can turn in, so let's assume that Faction Rally is going to have the same progression system as everything else does, because that's a safe assumption.
Safe bet.
With Faction Rallies in Season 1 and 2, it was I'm pretty sure it was 2 as well. I could be wrong, but you got like 30 packages per faction rally, and that's all you could get.
Yeah.
So now, whereas in the first faction rally, I never got the Future War Cult boots for my Titan. Never. Turned in 30 packages all the time, never got them. Now, if I turn in 30 packages, I've unlocked everything.
Yeah.
I put in the time, I've played the game, and now I can get what I want.
Yeah, for this limited time stuff, I mean, I think it's really great, this progression system. Like you said, with faction rallies in particular, because they did gate those engrams, that you're guaranteed at some point in time, if you're putting in the time, you're guaranteed to get everything you want. Yeah. Because I've actually never had, from Season 1, I never had the other New Monarchy Scout Rifle. I always got Song of Justices to drop. I never got the other one.
Kinetic or the energy?
The kinetics. Because when they started, they had 2 150 kinetics. I always got Song of Justice. Never got the other one. Ever.
The other one is called Good Counsel.
Good Counsel, yeah.
Yeah, but
it's a good one.
Never got it. Never. And I've put in... Okay, I don't put in a hefty grind to my Warlock and Titan factions, but I put in enough of a grind to get their ornaments and all their armor pieces.
Yeah, that's no small. That's no small feat.
So yeah, and I never got this one weapon to drop, and I think there's also that might have been a victory one, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one that I can definitely like pinpoint. It's like I never got that one, and it was available from the first one. But I never got it. Like, within all my grinds, I never... Oh, yeah, and then I did the Weep trials with New Monarchy, so, I mean, never got it there either.
Yeah, the Weep was broken.
It was busted and boring, but it was so effective. But yeah, and like I said, that's the thing. I will love this progression system for faction rallies. Mm-hmm. Because you definitely have a definite, thing. It's like, do this, put in this time, you're getting this.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Which does also make me wonder exactly what they're going to be doing for who wins. Because I hope to God they don't put those catalysts up as winner's bargain.
Oh, no, because, you'll definitely see Dead Orbit win.
Exactly. I mean... Dead Orbit's going to win the first time because of Graviton Lance Catalyst, for sure.
Yep.
Or if it's winner's bargain or not, Dead Orbit's going to win because everyone's going to be grinding for that Catalyst, except me. Because it's just, it's extra aim assist, which is nice, but that's all that... The data mines actually say that's all... which also, another update to the Featherstone, if you go into the perk document... you can actually see that I did collect the data mined and available masterwork effect or extra masterwork traits for each gun, which again in the data mines, Graviton Lance, Sunshot, and all those do exist. And like I said, those effects are in there. So, if you really want to check and in the perk reference sheet, there is in the exotic masterworks. And then I also added a list to masterwork bonuses that legendaries can get, like what type of weapon and what they can roll, because that is a missing piece of information that I slowly forgot. So I need a reminder on that. So that has also been added to the perk reference, because just in case anybody else wants to know, because, Bungie told us a while back, and I can't find that thing anymore. So I did that. And what is Sunshot? Sunshot's getting extra range and stability. And when I say extra range, I mean a plus 30 to range.
Good Lord.
And plus 20 to stability. Yes, I want the Sunshot catalyst from Future War Cult. I'm going hard. I know Burning said Graviton Lance, but Graviton Lance is 20 range and effectively Hidden Hand. Hidden Hand is nice, if it's as strong as it was in D1. And 20 range is nice, but... Sunshot with more range and stability?
I'm looking at that Foe Tracer ornament, though, from Dead Orbit. It's pretty nice.
And then what? Sweet Business, which is New Monarchy, is getting the New Monarchy might not be like I'm probably going to go after it second because if its armor looks good, but all Sweet Business is getting is a trait called Serious Business, and what it does is when Sweet Business is firing, you won't be flinched as it's firing, or as you ramp up to max speed, like you get less flinch.
Yeah.
And like flinch deflection
Yeah.
by being shot at. So, I mean, yeah, it's good, but it's definitely not like that's at the bottom of my priority list, essentially.
Yeah,
like New Monarchy is going to need some nice looking armor.
Yeah.
To pull me in.
And what I said when you posted that in the Destiny spoiler is, and I guarantee you, New Monarchy has the better weapon pool again.
Well, I mean, Future Workle had the best. Sorry, it's objective.
Yeah, it's also subjective.
I mean, not 100% objective. I mean, it was definitely, like, New Monarchy and Future World definitely had the weapons on lock. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dead Orbit, the fact that Dead Orbit was winning so much, just, all they had was that one freaking, the Viced auto rifle.
Oh, Dying Star or something?
No, not the Kinetic, which the Kinetic was okay, but the
Hollow Earth?
Yeah, Hollow Earth, as I'm just now looking at it in the spreadsheet. But yeah, Hollow Earth. That was like probably the best thing they ever had. Because it's a Viced, it's actually really good stat-wise, and has ricochet rounds. It's just like dumb all over.
Yeah.
But again, that's like the best thing they had.
Dumb all over, which is probably the best way to describe something. It's dumb all over.
I tell you what's just dumb in a bad way is pretty much most of the new Iron Banner weapons, sadly. Ooh.
Nothing there is very overwhelming.
I think the best thing, at least by calculation, is the sidearm.
Yeah.
It actually rates pretty high on my list.
The one you get at rank
like 10?
10? Yeah.
Rank 5.
5?
Oh, 5. Okay. I knew it was low. And also, if you're also to basic sheets, I've actually added like the Iron Banner source to the Iron Banner weapons, but also what rank you get them like in the spreadsheet, like in the base spreadsheet. So just to add like a little help there, like just in case, like, okay, I know Finite Impactor is a hand cannon. You can go into the sheet and like quickly cross-reference, like, okay, I need this. But of course, if Iron Banner's up, that's entirely useless. But you know, in case it goes down and you want to like double check, that information is there as well.
You want to make sure.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I try to make, as I say in like the intro, I try to make this spreadsheet as comprehensive information-wise as I can, outside of TTKs, because trust me, there's like everyone in the. There are so many freaking TTK spreadsheets out there. It is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
I am.
Got him.
For doing a lot of this work, I'm like redonkulous.
For talking to me for 2 years straight, you're pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
But no, seriously. I mean, doing a podcast with Buster for 2 years is like a relationship. Legitimately. It's I put it on par with a relationship with my wife. Because you have your rocky points, you have your troubles, you have your arguments, your couple arguments. But everything else is just, it just like totally overshadow, like the good moments overshadow everything. So yeah.
Oh, you're making me blush.
Yeah, that's the chemistry I feel we have. Like pretty much like that kind of. I'm sorry, you're not quite my type. So it's not gonna work out that way.
I do look pretty good in the dress, though. I must say.
You look all right, but we got somebody like Eli over here, and
that's true as well.
Which now that I've seen it, I do agree. Like I do miss the beard, but
that stash.
That's pretty hard, sir.
That stash is epic.
Yeah, you rock that stash.
I take great pride in my mustache. Let me get away from the light here.
I was about to say, we get a nice close-up
Nice way to end the show because I have to go save people.
Yeah. That is fantastic, sir.
Look at that mustache.
I am epically jealous.
Yes.
You look like a 1600 Spencer.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like a. I'm in Canada, French territory. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's why
makes sense.
I chose
Makes
my words.
sense.
I chose my words well.
Exactly. You definitely look like the Spanish/French fencers from films of old.
Yeah. Look like a Three Musketeer.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take the D'Artagnan.
D'Artagnan.
Yeah.
I'm alright with it.
Yeah.
I sometimes say I'm like a young, more handsome, thinner Ron Jeremy.
Fair. Yeah. Fair.
Got the hair and everything. You know?
Yeah, similar stash style also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to get behind it. You're supposed to get on top of it.
Oh. Mustache rides for free, motherfuckers.
Lots of mustache ride.
So yeah, I think that is in the perfect place
That would be that. Yep.
to call it. That's great. You can find, this has been your boy Raven. You can find me at DS_Raven Eli, good sir, sexy man. Where can they find you?
You guys can just find me cruising around the PlayStation world at brother_Elijah, and if you drop by the Discord, give me a shout, and we'll have a good talk about mustaches.
And Buster, how can they get into this Discord?
Oh, they can get this Discord, which is the RNG Discord, by going to the pinned tweet on our Twitter at the RNGcast. You could also email us, therngcast@gmail.com. We also have a Patreon that Des and I subject ourselves to probably some of the worst movies / best movies ever, suggested by our patrons, guest starring several people. I think Honus.
Rathos was...
Rathos?
No.
Yeah,
Honus. Both of them? Crap.
I don't know. No, I don't think... I think Rathos will be.
Okay.
Also, Eli, you're brought in now, too. You're put on notice.
Oh, yeah, you're invited.
Come on. And Biz as well. I think that would be hilarious. Just as
and
much.
Again, like, also, Eli, the same, like, thing applies to you. Like, if you ever, like, have time and can tolerate us, drop us a line. We'll be way happy to have you on, sir.
Oh, you guys know where to find me. I'm always around.
All right, we're going to hold you to it.
Exactly.
You can find me on Twitter at BusterKnuckle13. That's BusterKnuckle13. I also have that on Xbox, but I haven't been playing Xbox recently because Destiny is just so goddamn good. And if you want to play Destiny with me, you can find me on the PSN at BlisterLister113. Worst screen name ever. Also, Des and I are back, baby. We have the RNGCast Revolution clan. If you need a clan, we're open. Come on in.
Exactly. If you need a home, we're here for you.
We're here. And
if you don't, well, I mean, like I said, we have a lot of people. I mean, it's like our own mod, bro Eli. I mean, repping a good cause, but not repping RNG, and we still love him just as much.
Oh.
Of course, he used to rep RNG.
Yeah.
Then he left. Like a dirty traitor. But it's okay, because we still love him now.
Maybe he'll come back one day. Maybe.
But either way, I mean, like I said, it's basically, we're all grown folk, okay? Make your own choice.
Yeah.
In the words of Biz, you're grown. Make your own choices.
If you get mad over clans, there might be something wrong with you personally.
Yeah, I mean, we might not want you in RNG if you're getting uppity about clan. I mean, just saying. But then again, I don't think we have anybody like that in Discord. So,
and that being said, guys, happy 2 years.
Happy 2 years.
Happy 2 years, guys. Congratulations again. Way to go.
Thanks, Eli. I mean, you're just as much as part of it as us and Biz. So.
No, you guys.
Dude, listen, you help keep Discord running. So.
Guys, I just yell at people sometimes. That's okay.
That's what you need to do.
Well, you say yell, but you're Canadian, so
I don't really yell at anybody.
It's a stern voicing. Sorry, it's a stern voicing.
Sorry about this, but
you're being a real dickhead.
But a bit of a hoser. Would you mind?
That
really
being said,
have to tell you, but I'll send it.
That being said, this is the 2-year anniversary of the RNGCast, episode 105, because I don't do numbers. We're out.
See you guys.
People said it at the same fucking time. Because Biz said it, I don't think I need to say it, but because he's not here, I'm going to say it anyway. See you all next week.